let's go. And so here's Kay. He's been having a pretty rough time with that whole singularity thing, getting brought up more often than he'd really like. It's not so bad that other organisations are out to get him. He's like mostly bothered because even he's begun to believe that he's special and has caught himself treating himself accordingly. He's like, yeah, I'm the guy. Yeah, he's like, you mean, you know? Oh my fucking god! So, I'm the dude in Z3.2. I'm Z3.2's ace pilot and handsome boy. Just straight up handsome boy. Screenshotting the shit out of that. I love it when Kay calls himself a handsome boy. I mean, I'm not special. I'm the ace pilot and the handsome boy. But I mean, you know. What a good boy Kay is. Such a handsome boy. He's not wrong. I don't know, like Kay's been with a lot of people think he's the beautiful boy. But Orson, in contrast, has never been one for delusions of grandeur. And when he was with Sidereal Researchers, one of them said there are 3 keys. 3? I mean, you and me, that's 2, but then who's the third? Bring them together might just set the stage to do something about this messed up world, and hearing that makes Kay feel pretty good that maybe we might be able to fix something. And he's pretty sure he knows who the third key is. And he thinks it's Chidori. Kay's the ace pilot, what is Noriko? I mean, Kay's the ace pilot. He's the ace pilot. It doesn't matter what anybody else is, Kay's the ace pilot. And here's Kurtz, who's feeling all heft up, and talks about Kaname, and then talks about Canary and shit. But eventually Sasuke coaxes out of him as long as he promises to keep it a secret. That Kurt says, okay, so the Kiriko Fiana thing, right? It was super romantic. It was so romantic that me and Mao slept together. And just like, okay, sure. He's like, no, you don't get it, dude. I mean, like, he's like, what's the problem with 2 people sleeping together? He's like, no, dude, slept together like man and woman sleeping together, not just like sleeping in the same tent or whatever. And then Ranker is like, Ranker! And Cheryl's like, oh wow, look at that, look at this dude having it, Cheryl. And Tessa's like, oh my god, why are you yelling about this in the hangar? What's wrong with you? Why don't you go somewhere else? Tessa, and she's like, Weber, go get private lectures on tactics from Mao until the next time you launch, alright? Right now! And he's like, oh, sure thing! And he said, and Weber, what is it? Come on, she's like, congratulations. He's like, thanks, Tessa. Now I'm gonna go fuck. Let's go. So Cheryl's like, oh, gotta hand it to the dude. Those snipers sure don't miss their targets, do they? And Renka's like, yeah. But they have a little thing. But they're gonna go head back to help prepare dinner because they acted as Tessa's guide as she was trying to find Sasuke. But they found her. And Sasuke's pretty embarrassed that Tessa heard all that. And seeing his flustered expression makes it all worth it for Tessa. And she's actually coming to set up him acting as her bodyguard during the upcoming mission. Because we're going to a Yamsak 11. And Sasuke realises that Tessa must be under a lot of stress, having to shoulder the burden of all the anti-amalgam planning all by herself. And so she asks, like, I have a request. Can I just sit and, like, watch you work for a while? He's like, sure thing, Tessa, no problem. This is inevitable distortion, or distorted karma. All sorts of things that it could be. And so, here's the Joker Squad. I don't know if I didn't care. And so, we're like, alright. We're trying to bait Amalgam away from Sasuke and Tessa. And Yamsak 11 is an old human, the old HPL, the Human Progressive League or whatever, research city. 10 years ago, the Britannian Union's Prometheus experiment happened here. And Tessa here says Britannian Union's Prometheus experiment happened 10 years ago, and they tried to do a dimensional concussion, and that's what let the dimensional beasts in. And that's what blew up Esther's hometown. Nice work, Britannia. And that gave the HPL something to chew on, and besides the obvious link to Amalgam's more recent dimensional bullshit, Tessa thinks that the secret to all of the whispered stuff is buried here too. Kurtz is all having a good time, he's all fired up, and the man's like, this fucking idiot. And he's like, I'm ready, Kurtz Weber, ready to go in. Well, Kurt's still fired up. And then Kurtz talks to Sasuke on a private line. And Sasuke tells Kurtz that he was surprised at his announcement, but if it didn't show on his face, it's mainly because he's got no idea what kind of expression someone should make under such circumstances. And Kurtz is like, yeah, makes sense. But what he wants is Sasuke's thoughts on the fact that Mao said pretty much everything but I love you. So, what does he think that means? She never said I love you, dude. What's that mean? Do you think maybe it means that... And then Sasuke says, maybe it means that she doesn't love you? He's like, what the... But he's like... anyway, I just thought I'd check up on you. I mean, we're teammates, and teammates shouldn't keep secrets from each other, right? That's right, we're good friends. Anyway, look after Tessa. Thanks for the backup. And much like how Mao is a sister figure to Tessa, Tessa's glad to see that Kurtz is like a brother to Sasuke. And he's like, hell yeah. And now... here they come. Amalgam fellas. Oh, it's the Belial again. It's Leonard Testarossa, damn it. And then Leonard's like, oh, well. Sagara Sasuke isn't here. Well, I guess that means my sister fucked up again. Oh well. It's like, whoa, this guy is totally different from before. Do you think, like, is he serious? Do you think the gloves are off? If we kill him, though, that'll take down Amalgam. But neither side, like, both sides, like, yeah, we really want all the shit that's in Yansak, thanks. And the singularities, please. We really want all this shit. It's like, Leonard Testarossa, we're not letting you kidnap Kay. And then this is Kurt's chance to try a new stratagem that he cooked up with the fairy eyes. And the SR point for this is clear the map within 3 turns. But here's the Belial. He's got 106,000 hit points.
突撃ラブハート。
Pretty sure Crow can murder these dudes in the back, no problem.
地べたにいたんじゃオーガスには届かないぜ。面倒だ。一気に決めさせてもらう。全開バリバリの大放出だ。これで最後だ。
And he blew him up, obviously. Let's see if Crow can get him. What'd you miss? Mal and Kurt slept together, and Kiriko's all gone. Or at least one of them. He blew up White, and Fianna's alive. Crow with the casual 11k murder.
地べたにいたんじゃ
Not
オ
even
ー
a
ガスに
crit.
は届かないぜ。お前の相手はこいつでしてやる。
Ding. Wow, 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 wow. Crow can definitely take out those jokers in the back. But Fianna up? No. She's alive and well. She's gonna wake up in a little bit. Crow just learned Soul.
俺の言う
Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Now, Simpson's that he's probably got higher stats because he's going to be higher level than he was before, but I imagine he's going to be much the same. What if we get a bit further away? Yeah, squeeze an extra little bit out. So Kay versus Leonard. Ah, the original singularity. Your very existence provided quite a significant hint towards formulating my plan. So what you're getting at is that I unwittingly was your partner in crime? This is hardly any way to thank you, but I'll be seeing to your elimination myself. In truth, it could well be said that you are the source of the distortion that grips the world. Being hated for that's old hat to me, but I'm not about to play along with your game.
ペネトレートは得意なのさ。へりくつこんでてる暇があったらもっと世の中を知るんだな。
There's ants everywhere in your bathroom? That's fucked up. Oh, Crotus did 7,900 damage to that dude. Not bad.
俺は俺のやり方で世界を守る。あんたたちの好きにはさせない。ついてこいよ、オル
Take
ソン。
this all, take top world.
了解。いつでもいいぞ。じゃあ、あとはよろしく。これで終わらせる。
物分かりの悪さが攻撃にも現れている。
20,000 damage? Not bad.
一切の加減はしない。全力で殺すだけだ。全弾直撃させる。
一応プロなんでね。
チャンスです。敵は油断してます。
ドンパチ開始といき
So
ま
the
すか。
chance, the enemy's right ahead.
いつもの通りにな。せっかくだ。派手に行こうぜ。無実に落とす。
さすがに向こうが。
This is the second stage I have done today.
「一切の加減はしない。全力で殺すだけだ。本来あるべき形に世界を戻す。
The thing yesterday didn't happen because one dude didn't show up. Despite
手を取
going,
り合う
oh
の
yeah,
は
I'll be there.
女の子だけで
And
いい
he
の。
wasn't. And he didn't even say nothing. Despite when I wanted to do it, he didn't say anything
面倒だ。
since yet. So
決めさせても
maybe
ら
he'll
う。
have a good excuse and that'll be fine. Maybe he'll have a good reason.
前回バリバリ
If
の
he
大
did
砲。
this the second time, he's just not shown up. So that'll be strike number 2.
なるほど。正義の味方を気取るだけはあ
I see.
る。
You think the justice is on your side? We did it. We beat up this dude a lot. And so, using K as real good bait, we've got Leonard's full attention. And then Kay's like, yep, here we go, this is the perfect scenario. Alright, alright. And And then all of a sudden it's like, damn, this dude, he is consumed by pride. And Crow's like, yep, we really pissed him off, nice work. And then Leonard's like, well, I'm not going to pass up a chance to take out a Singularity. Blows K back. And he's like, nah, it's fine, I know I've got no chance against the Lambda Driver dude, but that wasn't the point of this. Now, Kurtz. Okay. And so, here's Kurtz, who's now going to see a weak spot with the fairy's eyes and blow up this Joker. When instead he got counter-sniped and blown up. Kurtz! What the? On the radar, it's a sniper. A high-class one. And here's Casper. And his sniping range was greater than the detection range because he's incredible. And he made 1 in a million shot. But Kaspar's going to go with Leonard to Yamsak 11. And off he goes. And Leonard is like, whoa, Z3, that wasn't a bad plan. But I'm just better than you. And I will forever be better than you. And I'll forever be stronger than you. So, nice try, though. And Leonard has gone. And we can't... There's no sign of Weber, of Kurtz, but man's like, he ain't dead, he's fine, he's fine, he's definitely fine. But more Amalgam fellas showing up. And no time to go find out how Kurtz is doing, because we've got to take down these guys. And we can't go help Sosuke, Hibiki and Tessa either. We just got to fight, and Mal's like, no, Kurtz is fine. He's not gonna, like, I'm not letting him get out of his responsibility yet. It's Kaname hanging out, and then it says that the plans have changed, and everybody's going to Yamsak 11. And he announces a new policy. He's not going to be a gentleman anymore. There's too little time, and so he's going to force Kaname to do what he wants. And she's like, oh wow, now he finally shows his true colours, piece of shit. Yeah, slaps and he's like, I'm going to make you do what I want. It's like, wow, you're a real jerk. And here's Hibiki and Sosuke, and there's both something eerily familiar about this city, and both Hibiki and Sosuke can feel it. And Tessa brought Sosuke here because of his deep connection to the Whispered. And she says... their name... Come on, say their name. Here we go, Vani Murata, the original creator of the ARX series, and only Sosuke has ever mastered any of their creations, and no person in the world has had contact with more Whispered than Sosuke had, seeing as he's met with 6 of them. And it's like, could it be that Sosuke is some sort of special dude? Sent by God to help Tessa out in her moment of need? It's like, oh, I don't know, that's a bit much. But in any event, Tessa tells everyone not to get too close to the centre of the blast. It's been largely undisturbed for 17 years, and it seems to exert a weird effect on the human mind. And she can imagine the rioting that must have been taking place in the normal civilians who are contaminated by the blast. And none of this has anything to do with dimensional quakes, per se, but the system that was meant to cause them. And it was made by the finest scientist in the entire human, the HPL, Dmitry Varov. His ultimate goal was to build something called the Omnisphere, which is a zone in where spiritual and physical phenomena could be controlled as one. Something probably like the collective unconsciousness that we met with at Kamanajima. And this is the case with Hibiki's sphere. His use of the word is likely to mean more than just zone or territory. And Sosuke recalls the Taros system in the ARX-8, and the Tuhade Danan is in fact an abbreviation. And it stands for Transfer and Reaction Omnisphere, and all the Lambda drivers are based on, like, the original Lambda, the Omnisphere tech. And then Hibiki's like, oh, I hear something. and he tells Sasuke and Tessa to hurry on ahead because he's got his Duke Kendo and his boost up, so he's fine. He could also summon Genin. Don't worry about it. So don't die, Hibiki. Like, don't worry, Sasuke. I'm good. And then some Chrono Progressives show up. Yeah, that's alright, we come to stop. He's like, alright, bring it. So, you have a big fight, and like, dang it, we're losing, we sucked. Like, what the hell are they doing here? And then Maki comes up and is like, damn dude, I'm Code White of Chrono. But why? And says, she says that they've come to demolish this place and bury all of its secrets. It's like, dang it, Maki, what the heck, Chrono? She's like, listen, I'm good, alright. Oh. We were just a scouting party, we already set the bombs already. And then this is the same conversation as another path, so I better go find. Okay, here we go. Yeah, she was scouted as a progressive for her qualities to help change the world. And Hibika's like, what do you mean, change it how? And she's like, I don't know. But the fact she's taking missions whose content she has no idea about doesn't bother her anymore. And we're like, damn, that's how Advent's hypnotic powers are good, I guess. And she tries to get Hibiki to come with her to apologise to Advent so all will be forgiven. But Hibiki's like, no way, dude, she's fucked up, it's bad. What you can tell, Chrono is some sort of cult of epic proportions. I'm not entirely sure why you would say that, to be honest. And then yeah, she's like, come with me, and everything. He's like, I'm not going. And off he goes. She's like, wait, Mickey, wait, come back. Just appear that way to you? Yeah, but again, like, I don't. That doesn't change. Like, I'm not sure why. Like Advent's people do have a cultish aspect to them because everybody thinks Advent's great. But I don't know why you would think Chrono as a whole is like that. But Leonard didn't expect everything to get blown up, so Chidori's managed to get away from him for a minute. And she bumps into Tessa, and now if they can just find Sasuke, then they can get the hell out of here. Well, I wouldn't even just I wouldn't say all the progressives either, just the ones that are like directly involved with Advent. Because of his magical hypnosis power that he's got, right? like, other than that, it doesn't seem particularly culty. Just the we do everything this dude says aspect. But here, Sasuke and Leonard have been trapped together by the explosion, and they don't like each other, especially after Leonard being a shithead now, more than ever before. But they both realise they got to work together if either of them are going to get out of here. Leonard asked if Tessa is here, and then says that Chidori is here as well. And he's sure she's still alive, thanks to her unnaturally good luck. And probabilistically speaking, she shouldn't still be alive. And privately, Sasuke agrees. But to Leonard, Sasuke points out that part of Chidori's good fortune is her good judgment, within her sometimes limited scope, and most of all, her determination to never give up. And then Leonard says, wouldn't you consider her fortunate to be blessed with that judgment and determination in the first place? Isn't that lucky that she's got those? And then Sasuke's like, that's fucking stupid, dude. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not getting to Confucian meritocracy here. So Leonard switches tacks here, and he says that Chidori represents the inflection point between cause and effect, and she is here because the world went crazy, but it's also true that the world went crazy because of her. And one thing that Leonard is absolutely sure of is that Kaname is going to meet a ghost in the deepest levels of this building, and it will all occur as if by nature. And there she'll finally gain the power to end history. And he says she will become the true keystone, which is what Kaname means. Kaname means keystone, like cornerstone. And she is the keystone upon which to found a world with no past, present, or future. No, he's definitely got some sort of weird power, because the people who knew him the least on our team were like, that's really weird. I don't like none of that. I'm talking about the Omnisphere, gonna use the Omnisphere. Like, you don't, like, someone is, they have an objective dreamy level. You don't suddenly become more enamoured with their dreaminess the longer you know them. But here's Tessa, leading Kaname deeper into the labyrinth, even as their brains are assailed by all the weird shit here. Tessa is determined to see Amalgam not get a hold of this place, and she believes it's the real reason that Leonard pretended to obey the kingdom, just so he could get here and get some bullshit. And what they're feeling now is the residual psychic waves from the events 18 years ago. And it's testament to the terrible power unleashed when Dmitry Varov's science entered forbidden ground by constructing the world's first Taros. He realised that you had to amplify psychic waves in order to control dimensional energy, and he went through a whole lot of test subjects before reaching the brink of success, because we wouldn't say he actually succeeded, would we? Apparently there were several kinds of psychic waves emitted by his Omnisphere, the first being the Iota wave, which polluted the townspeople, and it gradually grows weaker as space and time increases. And the next is the Tau wave, which propagates indefinitely and spread to the whole Earth. Normal people didn't suffer many effects from it, because it wasn't even physical, and no scientific processes even detected it. But considering when the wave was unleashed Christmas Eve 18 years ago, it seems those who were being born in a 3-minute window were affected, and all became the Whispered. So Tessa doesn't believe that the Whispered Heads are filled with data from the Black Knowledge. She believes they gain the power to tune into psychic waves from a future world. And one of the Omnisphere's abilities is the reversal of the flow of information in time. And the Arm Slave, with all its unheard of technology, is a perfect proof point for how warped the world has become. And it's an example of something Tessa calls a time hazard that threatens the integrity of the world's original timeline. But time isn't exactly linear, you know, and there's rules. But continuity is sort of, you know, mutable. And the development of the Omnisphere was a natural occurrence, if it was. Then the resulting distortion of the world's timeline maybe was, and then that means there wasn't an original timeline at all. And without arm slaves, would Chidori and Sasuke never have even met? But in any case, Chidori's going with Tessa to the centre of this whole mess. No, Leonard's not going to destroy the world. Like, he just said he's going to remake the world. I mean, sure, he's going to destroy it, but he's going to make a new one. It's not as if he's just, all of it's going to be gone. But Leonard's been filling Sasuke in on that whole stuff too, and Sasuke's just like, that's fucking stupid, dude. Not the part about the Omnisphere thing, but the way Leonard describes everything as being warped and distorted. And that would make pretty much everything after the Great Quake a huge mistake, wouldn't it? And Leonard says, what would Sasuke suggest to be done with the world now? And Sasuke's like, well, nothing, just leave it alone. And Leonard's like, and he's like, unless you're God. And then Leonard's like, well, I mean, funny you should say that. And he, and then Sasuke's like, damn dude, you're the one who's warped for wanting to deny everything that everybody has ever experienced. And he wouldn't mind a meeting of all the world's minds, as was done when we broke the time prison. And Leonard says, alright then, how about this scenario? Would you want to remake the world if Kaname were to die? And because Sasuke doesn't answer immediately, Leonard berates him instantly for his little one-dimensional world in which everything's so simple. And Leonard's world is not. And he had the, yeah, not everyone is as hard-headed as Sasuke. Consider Mr. Kalinin, for example. He had the sense enough to see the world's distortion, and he hates it and wants to change it. And that's the reason that Leonard used the device in Neo Tokyo 2. He wanted to prove to Kalinin that it's far more than just a weapon, that it's a means to correct mistakes, and that Leonard controls these means to correct said mistakes. You got to destroy it before you can... Yeah, but he's not like gonna murder everybody on it or anything. Like, probably he'll murder a lot of people, but like, it's not as if he's blowing up the world then everybody's gonna be dead. Like, he's making a new world for them to live. Like, destroying it implies a finality that isn't accurate, I feel. Doesn't accurately represent the thing. But Sasuke can remember Kalinin grumbling about the distortion of armed slaves on more than one occasion, and the idea that Kalinin might side with Leonard personally isn't as far-fetched as it sounded at first. And Leonard tells Sasuke that Tessa's probably guessed what he's up to, and adding that he's deliberately withheld the full story, unless some people in Z3.2 decide to follow Kalinin's example. And presumably Tessa wants revenge against Amalgam and hates the thought of someone manipulating the world. But Leonard believes that Tessa's biggest motive is opposing Leonard himself, and it's the only way she thinks she can express herself to the world. But I mean, like, that's just Leonard being incredibly self-centered. Sasuke's like, no dude, I think you're just a huge piece of shit, dude. And Leonard's like, well, I don't care what you think. He's building a new Taros on a scale never seen before, and with his dimensional concussion bomb, he'll be able to mess with the past. But to power it, you can't just use any old or whispered. It needs the most powerful, most singular one of all, which is obviously Chidori. And he says that the information from the future that the Whispered received doesn't come from a random origin. He believes that Kaname herself sent it, and that she's not a Whispered at all, but is rather the one doing the whispering. And then Sasuke's like, no way dude, she's like really down to earth, and she'd never just blast all kinds of dangerous shit off to the past or the future or wherever. That's really weird. And then Leonard's like, well, there's the mystery, isn't it? Why would she interfere with the past? What would drive her to do that? What would she find undesirable that she would want changing? Is it already in Leonard and Sasuke's own past, or is it yet to come? Who gave her the information? Another whispering in the future? And what does Sasuke think? And Sasuke just thinks, I think you're the last person that Chidori should be anywhere near. And Leonard just says that Kaname can never lead a normal life again, even if you were to kick her out on the street this instant. Somebody, probably from the Gaia Kingdom, would just come after her instead. So Leonard's prescription for Sasuke is to put the world back the way it was, let Chidori lead a normal life, and all will be for her what Sasuke says he wants. And while there may be a little bit of truth in that, something like is nagging at Sasuke, and he's like, if he did do all that, then it'd be meaningless for him because he wouldn't be by her side. And he wonders to the absent Chidori what he should do if this is truly her only shot at a peaceful life. But eventually these jokers dig themselves out, and Sasuke's not really in the mood to murder this guy right now. And then it's like, yeah, that's alright. We'll have ample time to take out our frustrations on each other tomorrow. So Leonard leaves him with the thought that he will stop at nothing, even making the whole world his enemy, to see his objective through. And Sasuke is welcome to watch from the sidelines if he wants, but should he show himself before Leonard again, he'll kill him, with every option at his disposal. And Sasuke's like, alright, dang it, I gotta go find Chidori. These fucking idiots are doing stuff. So here's Kaname and Tessa, and they're feeling their consciousnesses start to blend as they reach the deepest part of the lab. They're having whispered bullshit happened, and they see the Taros' central capsule. And inside is a woman, presumably the last test subject. And they're like, no way, she's been here 18 years, she would have rotted away. What they're seeing is either is an after image, a sort of photograph that the Omnisphere is displaying of who used to be there. And this is the person doing the whispering. From some unknown future who's been supporting Kaname with all of her mega powers. And Tessa's objective is destroying this, freeing Yamsak from its curse, and halting the Tau wave from another time. But that doesn't matter. The same thing will eventually happen somewhere else, and nothing can stop the advent of the Whisperers. In which case, says a voice from old, that the voices tried to call her here so many times and she always resisted. But this was pre-arranged, and she is now here and can no longer refuse. Let her receive her powers and her soul. She only needs to stretch forth her hand and open her heart, and everlasting bliss will be hers. It's like, dang it, Kaname, get away from the capsule. But there is something wrong with Kaname. She's not being herself. Sasuke comes in and immediately recognises there's something not up with her, and she pulls out a gun and says she's going to shoot Tessa, and Tessa's like, what the what the? I never expected this to happen. And she just tells Tessa to shut up. And she's torn between the desire to jump into Sasuke's arms right now and the greater desire to do the job she's been entrusted to by Sophia. And that's the girl in the capsule. Kaname says that this is all going to be way too hard for Sasuke to understand and accept, but she'd rather that he just accepted it all the same, because it's all part of making the world a better place. And she wants Sasuke to let her go, or else Tessa and he will end up dead. Tessa tells Sasuke to intervene. Chidori shoots Tessa, and then says it was all Sasuke's fault. And shoots him too. And Sasuke, as everything fades to black, wonders how the hell has it come to this? And then he hears Kaname's voice telling him that everything will be okay, and she'll be waiting for him. And the next thing Sasuke knows is Hibiki picking him up off the floor. Tessa's fine, unconscious but unhurt, and Sasuke's like, what the hell's going on? Was what he saw just a possibility that Chidori showed him somehow? But time to get up and get the fuck out before the Chrono Progressives blow everything up. And Sasuke is now more determined than ever, because if Chidori's waiting for him, he's gonna go after her. And then, incoming jokers. And there's Sidra, there's Shiku. And Shiku is here. and he's here to put Amalgam out of their misery. And then Hibiki and Sasuke turn up and like, hey, we got tested to safety, we're here, let's go. And then Sasuke gets in his robot. Quick, where's Kurtz? We're missing an M9. And like, Waver's like, don't worry about it, he's fine, let's go. Got it. Shiku, you're a piece of shit. Bring it. Yeah, I'll do the gun hauser. And here we get Chidori. What's happened to you? Is that what you're really like? Yeah, so they didn't get shot, just possibly imagined they only got shot. Just saw a thing that could happen, but you know, it's wild.
遊びに付き合うほど暇ではない。こちらを負けると思わんことだ。この距離、こいつを使うしかない。
了解。操作修正完了。
そう、反動に備えろ。
Yeah, Magic Baby Brainwave bullshit. But yeah, it is Kiriko moment.
私がこのざま。
Died as he lived. Trying to touch the boy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Master K and the August are totally invincible. Someone like that. Okay.
さあさあ拍手拍手。この世界じゃ異星人ぐらいで驚いてられないって。タイミングバッチリ。
Ain't so bad. Sweatsuit.
敗北受け入れ。
And there are Z chips for doing the thing. Reduce, bring down She Satan's HP below 100,000 using Crow as the main. So that kind of sucks, because I don't know how many hit points he's fucking got. But I guess we can go in with the Crow Man.
こっちもやられたくはないんでね。やってみますか。
Tough when they're in it. Announced it as like a shot, but it's because it doesn't really exist in that play history. It's just stuffed in brain baby bullshit. You know what I mean? It's basically the same thing though.
今日の俺絶好調。
敗北を受け入れよう。
Either a dream